Well, what did I say? I told you I don't only make videos when we lose or when we don't get the result we want, and here I am, finally celebrating a Chelsea victory on camera. So yeah, right, so welcome back to another one of these kind of match reviews slash post-match thought kind of videos. Yeah, I just, as I said in my previous videos, the one for the Arsenal match and the Newcastle match, which unfortunately didn't go in our favour, but what I did say in those videos was that I kind of want to be doing these after every single match, just so I'm not just trying to, like, you know, milk the club for views, I suppose. Like, I don't want to be considered as just making videos whenever Chelsea lose just so I can get a bit of views. I mean, that's just not what my intention is. Obviously, the videos where we do get the result we want might be a bit shorter because I have a lot more to say when we lose, because I just kind of get carried away and just say whatever the fuck. So yeah, anyway, let's get straight into this video now, starting off with obviously the fact that Chelsea are into the 5th round of the FA Cup after beating Hull City 2-1 at the KCOM Stadium, and overall it was a very, very weird game in my opinion, simply because although it was relatively comfortable for Chelsea throughout the whole afternoon, I mean, to be honest, like, we weren't even the better side for most of the game, so it's kind of weird to say that it was a comfortable victory, but we weren't really the better side for most of the game. To be honest, the first half we completely controlled. I mean, Hull had a few opportunities, maybe one or two half-decent opportunities, but overall we controlled the first half, and Batshuayi obviously got on the end of a loose ball and buried it into the back of the net. Obviously took a deflection, but obviously a good thing for Batshuayi to score a goal, because, as I said on Twitter today, it was a massive game for him today, because obviously Chelsea are looking at buying a striker within the next week at the transfer window, and for him to get a goal is a very, very good thing for him and his confidence. And then the second half, Hull came out of the traps absolutely flying. It was like they had nothing to lose, and Chelsea just probably stayed in the dressing room, it looks, for the first 20 minutes of the second half. I mean, Hull were all over us, and although they didn't get too many good opportunities, the only one opportunity I can actually think of that they got in the second half that was kind of clear cut was Jared Bowen's effort that was tapped over the bar by Caballero. And yeah, other than that, I mean, then Tomori goes and scores. Right, so in terms of the Hull goal, I mean, there's not really much to discuss for the two Chelsea goals. I mean, they were two pretty bog standard goals, but for the Hull goal, Alonso gives away the foul, which, can I just say, was never a free kick. I mean, the referee did very, very poorly there, and Alonso even disputed it to the referee after the game when the full-time whistle blew. I mean, that was just a really, really soft free kick to give away. But I'm not complaining, because there's still a free kick to defend, even if it isn't a free kick. And yeah, Caballero was unhappy with the wall throughout the whole process of the free kick being lined up. I mean, he was absolutely screaming at the defence. Yeah, and then Kamil Grzycki of Hull City does shoot, and then Kovacic stupidly dives out of the way, hits his knee, and completely deflects into the far corner of the net. I mean, I don't know what Kovacic was doing, which is kind of disappointing, because he did have a very, very good game. I mean, his pass for the first goal was just absolutely just sensational, but he did make a mistake for the goal, and he was at fault for it. I know Alonso gave away the free kick, and it was harsh, but there's still a free kick to defend despite whether it was a free kick or not. And Kovacic, instead of standing firm in the wall and just letting it hit off him, he jumped out of the way and hit his knee and deflected right into the top corner of the net. So nothing much Caballero could do about it, I suppose. But yeah, in terms of the top performers in the game, I think Ross Barkley was surprisingly very, very good. I mean, he does tend to show up in these kind of matches that are against, like, I don't know, no disrespect to Hull City, but kind of the lesser games. He was brilliant today, I thought, Ross Barkley. I thought Kovacic was very good. I thought Tomori was very good. I thought Zuma was decent. Oh yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi was very, very good. He's been performing absolutely brilliantly this turn of the new year. I mean, you could say Hudson-Odoi's back, but you obviously don't want to get too carried away in terms of Hudson-Odoi, but he has been very, very good recently. So for those people who were suggesting that he went on loan in January, what are you saying now? But obviously our next game now is against Leicester at 12:30 Saturday next weekend, which is the 1st of February. So maybe, fingers crossed, we have a new striker by then, or even a new signing to excite the fans maybe, or will it be Batshuayi to start against Leicester? Because based on tonight's performance, I'd kind of have a bit of worries, because although he did score a goal, he was kind of quiet and wasn't really as influential as we expected him to be. And apparently Tammy Abraham is a high doubt for that game, which is obviously very worrying. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens next weekend, and hopefully I'll be doing another one of these positive, optimistic videos after beating Leicester next weekend at the King Power. It's going to be a very, very difficult game, obviously. But yeah, please like, subscribe, all that bullshit, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.